Hello, everyone. Darrell Owens, Bowie Television. We're here on Radio Row for Super Bowl 58. And with me today, I have the amazing Jill Diamond, the WBC International Secretary. How are you doing today, Ms. Diamond?
I'm doing great. I'm here, I'm breathing, and I'm surrounded by fabulous people.
So, what brings you down, other than the Super Bowl, what brings you down this week to Vegas?
One of the things I'm doing is this, the Super Bowl of caring, and if you put media in capital letters, you get in free. I'm down here because of all the philanthropic things that are going on around the Super Bowl. I run WBC Cares, which is the international philanthropy of the WBC. We're in 171 countries. And concussion, mental health, everything. We're into all of it. We're everywhere.
And with boxing, and obviously boxing being a physical sport and everything that aligns with it, how important to you is making sure that, the concussion protocol is being done properly and that the boxers are being taken care of?
It's very important. It's trying to keep a sport exciting but safe at the same time. I mean, we can't disguise what boxing is any more than we can disguise what football or any other contact sport is. Our job as a governing body is to make it as safe as possible, to make sure all the medicals are passed, to make sure that we spend our money on concussion research, which we have for 35 years with UCLA, way before football got into it. We are more than a boxing organization. We have chosen to be a community organization. So we have a task force, a medical task force that's global. Whatever we can do, I mean, there's nothing worse than hearing that a young boxer has passed or has become debilitated from a sport. Truthfully, it's not as common now, but it happens, and it just takes a piece of you every time when you do hear it happen. I mean, that's why we've increased things like 4 ropes, 12 rounds as opposed to 15 rounds. The little we can do to make it safer, we will do.
That's awesome. And now, in front of us here, we have the WBC Championship. Now, I've always been intrigued. There's 3 boxing divisions, correct? That determine the heavyweight of the overall heavyweight champion.
There's like 4
There's 4?
boxing sanctioning bodies, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's the WBC, which, in my opinion, and most of the world's opinion, is the most prestigious. It's Ali's belt, it's Sugar's belt, it's the belt that has the most history and the most pizzazz to it. It's also the belt that takes in all boxers as family, even the ones that are older. We have a scholarship fund for them. It doesn't matter who they box for. There's the IBF, there's the WBO, and there's the WBA. We have tried over the years to get them all to come together to make one super champion. Nobody seems to be on that page. But we do have what we call unified or undisputed champions, where they all end up having, the first belt, 4 belt, was just canceled and moved to June, which would have been Uzak and Fury.
Mm-hmm.
So the undisputed champ is sort of a move in that direction. But yeah, there are 4 well-known boxing belts, but only one boxing governing body.
There you go. There you go. So, in your mind, do you think that ever happens, or do you something you think that potentially could happen down the road, or you think that maybe not just yet, but maybe in due time?
I think maybe in due time it could happen. I think that the face of boxing has changed radically recently with the whole advent of all these huge fights in Saudi. A lot of promoters are coming together to see what can we do to make the sport better, more affordable, more interesting to the average fan. So I think that definitely might happen.
Awesome. Now, tonight, we got the big event that you're here to promote.
Yes.
And this beautiful title is going to get to go to the winner. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's the Super Bowl of caring, SOUP. It's to feed people who are hungry in the world, particularly in the United States. And there's going to be a soup-off. And the winner of that soup-off, based on judges' opinion, will win this trophy. And you can
It's
see...
beautiful, y'all. It is beautiful. I got a chance to hold it earlier. It's amazing.
Would you like to hold it again?
Just one more time.
Go ahead.
There
You
it
can do
is.
it.
Look how beautiful the WBC championship is. You got the greats on here, and the man, myth, and the legend, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. It is absolutely beautiful. Jill, I would like to thank you for coming on with me, spending a little time with me. Can you let people know where they can find you and how to get in contact with you?
Absolutely. You can reach me either on Instagram at WBC Cares. You can reach me by email at neverhitalady@gmail.com or worldboxingcares@gmail.com. We answer every single email. Every single email. That's how I came here. Truthfully, from an email I sent out almost 20 years ago to info@.
Wow.
And they called me back, and it could happen to you.
It only took
You
20.
can become a slave to your sport just as easily.
It only took 20 years, but Miss Jill, we're so glad to have you. Once again, everybody, the amazing Jill Diamond. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Darrell Owens, Bowie Television.